La verdad que raro es.
Fancy a short game, sir? 3 throws each?
I will try my luck.
Oh, I pegged you for a sporting gentleman the moment you first
No
walked
se
in
juega
here.
esto.
We each start with 301 points. I don't have time for a complete game, I'm afraid. Whoever hits the highest score subtracts that from 301.
No se juega.
We'll declare him the winner.
No se
Go
juega.
on, you go first.
Menos mal.
Not a very stellar performance, I'm afraid.
Fancy a short game, sir?
I will try my...
Oh, I pegged you for a... I
Pasa
don't
lo
have
mismo.
time for a...
¿Sí, no?
Bad luck, Poirot.
Lo cambia.
A regulation...
Y si
Fancy
luego
a short...
prueba otro.
I will try my luck.
Oh, I pegged... I don't have...
Not a very stellar performance, I'm afraid.
Lo va bajando más, ¿eh?
Fancy a short...
I will...
Oh, I pegged... I don't have time...
En cambio, la cinemática es la misma, ¿eh?
Darts may not be your game, old fellow.
No. No son los míos. Algo que pueda coger, llevarme.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Hello, a new face. Join me, sir. Black's the name. Horace Black.
Hercule Poirot.
Hairdresser, are ya?
I beg your pardon?
Oh, I dunno. Something about your manner.
I am not a dresser of hairs. I am a detective.
A detective?
Oui, it is true. I arrived only last night.
Lo que yo no entiendo es por qué va siempre con la mano así.
You are the avid seller, Monsieur Blatt.
Used to sail quite a bit as a boy. Not this part of the world. Off the east coast. I could have a first-rate yacht if I liked, but somehow I don't really fancy it. Much rather muck about in that little yawl of mine.
You would rather do the sailing yourself, perhaps? Rather than a crew?
Got it in one, Monsieur Poirot. I like being in control, I suppose. Feeling the boat respond as I put her through her courses. Same with business too, come to think of it. Made me what I am today. You've heard of Blatt's Hardware, I'm sure.
I may have.
Biggest concern of its kind in London.
It is not often one sees the sailboat with a red sail.
Oh, I like a bit of change. No harm in it, I suppose.
None at all. What brings you to Seadrift Island?
Don't really know why I came here. I suppose it sounded romantic. Smuggler's Rest. Makes you think of when you were a boy. Pirates, smuggling, all that.
What do you think of our fellow guests?
Mostly a dried up lot of sticks if you ask me. That Mrs. Marshall. She's the only lively one in the place. I should think Marshall's got his hands full with her. Oh, Redfern's all right too, I guess. He's been out once or twice with me in my yawl. Can't get hold of him now, always hanging about Mrs. Marshall. Afraid I have to run over to Kingsbridge.
You will sail no more this afternoon?
I think not. Saw a bank of fog sitting off the coast when I was out before. Expect it'll roll in before evening. Wouldn't want to get caught in it along this coast. Good day to you, Monsieur Poirot.
Now, why should the fact that you're a detective get his wind up? Poirot!
Hairdresser?
Creo que le afecta malo de la calvicie.
Like to try your hand at a game of darts?
No, gracias, ya he perdido.
No merci.
Maybe later then.
Perhaps. Does that formidable dog belong to you?
Yes, that's Baskerville. I've had him since he was a small... well, he was never that small.
Not many customers today.
What can you expect? Most of the town has been evacuated. And very few tourists turn up these days.
You enjoy the playing of the darts?
Darts is my game, right enough. It's been a tradition in these parts for centuries. Did you know the famous smuggler Tom Cutter was an expert dartsman?
No, I did not.
Struth. He played at the smuggler's end almost every night when he wasn't out at sea. A masterful player was old Tom. They say he scored more ton 80s than anyone before or since.
Ton 80s, Hastings.
The highest possible score in a single throw, Poirot. 3 darts, all inside the inner narrow ring of the 20 wedge.
I trust Baskerville is the excellent watchdog.
Oh, hey. We have never had any trouble in here since Baskerville's come of age. Can't trade him to do anything, of course. But with Baskerville, growling works a treat.
Has Baskerville ever bitten anyone?
Well, doesn't need to, does he? All he has to do is growl.
Have you ever seen Tom Cutter's ghost?
No, but I've heard of them that has. If I was lucky enough to meet up with a ghost, I'd challenge him to a game of darts.
And how did he die?
He was hanged by the excise men from the Smuggler's End sign. It's said he walks again every year on the anniversary of his death.
And on what day did he die?
August 24th, that's right. Tonight is the anniversary of Tom Cutter's murder.
Monsieur Cutter lived at the Smuggler's End?
Hey, it was the only lodging on the island until the hotel was built a few years ago.
Do you know anything of Tom Cutter's treasure?
A lot of folk have looked high and low for the treasure, but no one's found so much as a farthing in all these years.
Thank you for the conversation, my friend.
Stop in any time. Maybe we can have a darts match.
¿Qué obsesión tiene este hombre por dardo?
Look at the sign.
Latched tight on the inside.
Ok. ¿Y entonces qué hago? Como medio y le da eso para... Encontramos un arreglado de aniversario para Carrie, se lo dirá ok. Encontramos una grabada, ayuda linda, captura del arao, cubierto de aceite, adquirir más fondos, resolver materiales reglados, win y no. Madre mía, ¿soy Cupido o qué? Soy Cupido. Así ya llega a llevar dinero. Lo dudo, pero bueno. Puede que sí, puede que no.
Are there any
I'll just check. Sorry, sir. Nothing at the moment. May I help you?
No, merci.
¿Puedo volver a la otra isla?
Like a ride to the island?
Yes, please.
Let's be off then. The home guard isn't all old gents doddering around in their great war kit. There's quite a few lads like me who are itching to get into it, but weren't allowed to enlist. We train. We know how to fight.
Vale, puedo ir al pub, pero antes de ir al pub voy a ir a ver si aquí hay alguien, que no he ido antes.
I did not mean to frighten you, Major Barry.
What? Frightened me? A man with 20 years of service to Her Majesty on the frontier? Rubbish.
Estaba mirando a la niña que estaba... Se ha divertido, tío.
That fellow is up to something, Poirot. Mark my words.
Something, or someone, had certainly captured his interest.
Vaya.
Madame Marshall?
This island is too small. There is nowhere to hide.
If you wish it, I will withdraw.
No, never mind. The famous detective, I believe.
I am at your service, madame.
Are you indeed? That's uncommonly good of you. I understand Kenneth told you about the notes I've received.
I think you should take these notes seriously, madame.
You
¿Y
may
si
be
el mayor
right.
un grande este?
You have
las
had the
notas?
change of heart, then?
You could say that.
In order to help, I must ask of you some questions.
Impertinent questions, I should think.
Necessary questions.
Very well, then.
Was it Mr. Marshall who made you decide to speak with me?
Kenneth? No, of course not.
What was it, then?
I've received another threat. Here it is. The day of your punishment is at hand. It sounds rather like things are coming to a head, doesn't it?
I would say so, yes. Do you know of anyone who might wish you harm?
I'm rich, beautiful, and famous. There's a certain delight in those who are not rich or beautiful or famous when someone like me makes a misstep or suffers some tragedy. The newspapers and film magazines thrive
¿Y
on
si la que
stories
muera
of the
esta
high
por
and
la
mighty
amenaza?
brought low.
All that you say may be true. Yet these notes do not sound as if they were written from jealousy. The underlying emotion feels to me different.
Hatred?
Exact.
It's no secret I get on with men, Monsieur Poirot. I like men. Men like me. Not so the women. If I were to suspect anyone, it would be a woman who believed I had wronged her in some way.
A name would be helpful.
Possibly. But that is all I'm going to say.
Has anyone here on the island aroused your suspicions?
No, not a soul.
This surprises me. I thought actors were keen observers of the human nature.
Do not confuse lack of observation with lack of interest, Monsieur Poirot.
Is there nothing you can tell me that would assist me in helping you?
Tell me this. Are you certain the notes mean my life is in danger?
No, madame, I am not.
Oh, come now, Poirot. Isn't it obvious?
No, Hastings. Nothing is obvious.
I agree with you. Good day.
That will do quite well.
That dartboard looks centuries old. I say, Poirot, see the carved letters? 2 N's and an E.
Sí. No hay nada aquí, ¿no? En esta planta.
What have we here, Hastings?
Tengo un vaso, ¿no? Si no me recuerdo. Mira. Esto es una puerta, ¿eh?
What have we here, Hastings?
No puedo hacer nada, no tengo nada. Ay, perdón.